up to the sunrise, let the day begin. Johnny and Mark are here, let the laughter in. With every sip of coffee, feel the warmth inside. Conversations and humor take you for a ride. Your morning boost with Johnny and Mark, a perfect blend of laughter, igniting the spark, inspiration and insight. Join the journey, let them light your way. It's a brew of connection, a world to explore, a network of voices opening the door. With Johnny and Mark, feel the power of two, a morning tradition just waiting for you. As the day unfolds, carry what you've heard, inspire and inform with every single word. Johnny and Mark beside you as you start a new day, the morning show that lifts you through and through. A network of voices opening the door. With Johnny and Mark, feel the power of two, a morning tradition just waiting for you.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana.
I got my coffee, I got my dollars, and I'm looking for deals. Am I at the right place?
I say, here at Cajun Roots Reselling, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
Bless you, my child. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sister Mary Agnes. You may have heard about me from my friend Cajun Roots reseller, Johnny. I met Johnny many years ago when he was purchasing furniture from Frankie and Johnny's in Louisiana. They were not going to give him credit, and I vouched for him. I said, let him have it with no problem. He's got the dollars. See the special man.
Let him have it with no
You
problem.
got the dollars, go see Johnny. He's got it all. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man.
Hello, I'm Johnny's Dough Girl. I'm here to say subscribe, hit the bell, not my belly button, and share out his shows. Always give him a thumbs up. You can even become a member. Buy him a coffee and follow his other channels like the cooking shows, my favorites, his fur babies, and more. Leave a comment, and when you watch a video, you're showing him your support.
Hi, I was looking for some jewelry. I'm going to be getting married soon. No, I don't have any credit.
Well, here at Cajun Roots Reseller, if you're on a fixed income, even if it's on a sale, in the Cajun Roots Reseller eBay store, guess what? Send an offer. We'll let you have it with no problem.
Johnny has many auctions, chat shows, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and all are welcome. But there's no drama or negativity tolerated on any of his channels. Now go, child, with my blessings. Watch Cajun Roots Reseller. Love always. Be kind to one another, and have a blessed day.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem, see the special man.
See the special man.
You got the dollars, make me an offer. New England Cajun Roots, Johnny understands.
Johnny understands.
Let him have it with no problem. See the special
Hello, hello, good morning, and welcome on this Taco Tuesday. How's everybody doing this morning? And
Good morning.
43 degrees. We're supposed to be in the 50s today and sunny already this morning. I love it. And how are you doing today, Mark?
I'm good.
And how were those cinnamon rolls? They look delish.
They were wonderful. I was
And
teasing Johnny yesterday because Michael made chili, and I wanted cinnamon rolls, so I made some from scratch.
then you made 2 pans of it.
Yeah, and Johnny says, "Well, air mail me some." So I sent him a text with with a picture of both of them.
He sure did. All right. First in the chat was Ellen. Hello, good morning, and welcome. Deep thought for the day. Don't see things as they are. We see them as we are. I like that.
That's
Marlene,
true.
hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? And
Good morning,
Regina,
Marlene.
hello, good morning, and welcome. Just as sunlight makes the darkness go away, your people make your sadness disappear. Well, good morning. And
Good
by the way,
morning.
you did a fabulous job yesterday on your first
Yes,
time
you did.
solo sale. Because I have to say, I've never did a solo sale before, and you did a fabulous job. Right on your heart, everything today, the best day in your year. I like that. What's up, Craig? No, it's not hump day yet, but it could be hump
Morning,
day for
Craig.
you. And Carol, hello, good morning, welcome. I got to remember to send you a picture. I was in bed last night with
Ain't
our
that the
doggies,
girl?
and the way Maddie was sleeping on the pillows, I had Robert take a picture of it, and I finally got him to send it to me this morning, so I will send you that picture. Let's see, Terry, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you
Good
doing?
morning.
You're welcome. Little Debbie,
She's going to be on the Friend Selling with Friends sale.
Terry,
Terry,
awesome,
the 11th.
cool.
Yep.
Then we got little Debbie. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome.
Hey, little Debbie.
Let's see. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. It's me, Angie. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And I love
Morning,
your
Angie.
video of the grandbaby walking down the street for Halloween. That was just too cute. Yes, if y'all didn't watch it, go back and watch it. It's cute. Michael, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you.
Hey,
Welcome.
Michael.
Glenn, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? And how's the weather in Louisiana?
Morning, Glenn.
Good to see you and welcome. Jennifer, hello, good morning, and welcome, Jennifer. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome.
Morning, hon.
Scarlett, Scarlett, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome.
She's being an angel this morning.
I saw that. There's our link for the rapid fire round starting at 12:30 today. Got a great lineup. Always love having Miss Marion on. She's gonna be on every one of them. I got her down first on the list. It's gonna be nice. I always love having her on.
Cool.
Let's see. Miss Denise, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome.
Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, Michael and Denise will be on tomorrow night at 9 Eastern.
And Jessica, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome.
Morning, Jessica.
There's Regina's channel. Let's see here. Robin, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome.
Morning, Robin.
Jennifer's already dropping all those links. Check them out. Check out their channels. See if you're subscribed. See if you got the notifications on. 55 here. We're supposed to be in the 50s today again.
We're at 52.
But yeah, we finally at 43 early this morning. I woke up this morning at 3:30 and it was like 42 degrees, something like that. So it was nice.
Well, we're supposed to warm up this week, and then next week it's supposed to turn bitter cold.
You're supposed to have the sun out all week now, the rest of the week, thank God. Auntie Mama, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are
Good
you?
morning, sweetness overload. How are you doing today, Annie
I was
Mama?
watching her this morning while I was getting my invoices finished with packing. If you missed it, there's the link. She was on last night. Be sure to eat your tacos today. I don't eat those. Thank you, Johnny and Mark. It was nice challenge. Yeah, you did a fabulous job. I've never done that by myself before. No,
It's different, isn't it, Regina?
It's a lot, yeah, especially when you're doing it by yourself.
Yep.
And, yeah, you did a fabulous job. I'm so thankful for the wonderful friends. So, yes, we all. I was glad to be there for a while, but then I had to go to bed.
Yeah, come 7 o'clock, it was time for me to go. Let's see. Stop lying. No angel. Not Nana. Hello, good morning, and welcome. I remembered.
Nina.
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 Nina. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to
Good
see
morning,
you.
Nina.
Welcome. Well, I didn't say Nina this time, so that's a good thing. I gotta remember Nina.
Nina.
Pop over to Regina's and stuff. Yes, check her out. She did a live last night for the first time. No show today, Ellen. That's a good question.
Triple R Collection. Welcome.
Well, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how did you hear about the channel? And everybody give a big warm Cajun Roots welcome to Triple R Collections. And what do you collect? I like that title, that name. Let me see. I don't know if I've ever signed up with you before.
Greg. Yes, the first one. Nina.
Okay. No videos yet, but that's okay. That's good. I got you now. I'm following you. Let's see here. Nina. Susie, hello, good morning, and welcome. Pop in to say hey. The plane waiting to take off. Well, have a safe and happy. How was
Well, she's going to have fun.
how was the wait time in the lines? Because I heard there was a lot of things going on with the shutdown, where there was a lot of people having to wait in line for hours. I just hope it's not too bad when I have to go to Hawaii next month. I was thinking about that this morning when they said it on the news. I changed tag team Tuesday.
To the second Thursday of the month.
She can do Johnny's show. Okay. There's the link, y'all. Check it out. Anna Marie, hello, good morning, and welcome, Anna Marie. How are you
Good morning,
doing?
Anne Marie.
Welcome. Sounds like fun. And we are caught up. Now, don't forget to check out all these links. Don't forget, Jennifer's dropping your channel for your YouTube channel. Don't forget to drop links to platforms you sell on. That way others can go and check it out and see if they're looking for anything in particular for their holiday special shopping needs. And they can go shop into your stores or wherever you sell on. Mark, what you got going on this week?
Oh, I have plenty to do.
I do too, Susie. We are registered with that too. So yeah, that'll. I was wondering about that. Yeah, we got the pre-check status too. All right, Glenn, don't work too hard.
Michael and Denise will be on tomorrow night. We're just cleaning and organizing, and I've got to get some stuff done out in the yard. So,
Yeah,
and then Sunday, huh?
Go ahead.
And then Sunday, we've got Denise's Magical Emporium as our guest. So,
Yeah, yesterday the yard got done with the leaves. It was a lot.
oh,
Yeah. So,
maybe I should do a video on that because the
well,
leaves just started falling here.
what I've been doing every year now is with all the leaves, I have a flower bed that I have. I take all the leaves and put them in there to make a bed around my flowers and my like I have a fig tree, a black raspberry tree, and a bleeding heart that I'm starting to build up that little flower bed in the back. So I take all the leaves and I put them in that box, and then I take and put mulch on top of that around my roots of my plants. That's been working. So yeah, I'm still going live at 11:11. Hour early.
Bye, Susie. Have a safe trip.
All right, Susie, have fun. For me on my side, December the 30th will be our December's rapid fire round for members of the channel. I do have 315 left, and that is open slot. If anybody is a member of the channel, you would like to be part of that, let me know. 315 is the only time slot I have left for December 30th, and then I can start filling in for January. Also, for the reseller community shop hop on December 27th, I do have 10 spots left for that one. So if you would like to be part of any of those, make sure you email me and let me know in the subject line of which show you want to be on so I can add you to that list. We got everything ready for this month. It's filled, and then I'll start January as soon as that one's filled. Great mulch. Yeah, I do the mulch, but I do the mulch with no dye in it. The natural one is what I use, especially around the fig tree and the black raspberry bush. That's what I've been doing, and it seems to work every year, and it comes back fuller and thicker every year. That's perfect. Great for mulching. Yeah, and that's why I do the layers around the before the winter. Melinda, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are
Morning,
you?
Melinda.
Good to see you. Welcome. All right, as y'all know, we do this every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It's our morning boost where we bring you a topic. Today is a continuation from yesterday with more of a pin down to what we're going to be talking about today. And we're going to actually be talking about what we do in reference to this particular topic. Hello, Hetty.
Hi, Hetty.
Hello, good morning, and welcome. So, without further ado, let's get into our topic of the day. So our topic today is continuation from yesterday, but we'll be more into detail with today is never too late to be organized, but it's with your online auctions. Do your desk. One of the things I do, and we're going to talk about this in our experience. For me, before I go live, one of the first things I do is I make sure my desk area where I'm at is cleaned off, making sure there's no invoices, no clutter, and things like that. That's just me. Especially my desk where you can see from the camera portion of it. I make sure there's nothing that is visible. That's just me. And I'll go through each one of these as we go, Mark. So what's your thoughts on that as far as making sure your desk area is cleaned out before a live show?
Oh, absolutely.
You check your area.
Oh, yes, because I know I'm going to have, even though I have my Excel spreadsheet up and YouTube up and StreamYard or EVMux, because I've got two screens, I have to, nothing could be on the desk except for my, I print out a copy of my Excel spreadsheet so that I can write down who bought what, when, how much, all that. Post-it notes and my pen and highlighter. Because Michael will come when he comes in, everything's in. When he's showing something, everything ends up on the desk.
Yeah. Especially when you're working with someone else. But
Yeah.
it's very important to be decluttered, especially when you're going live. And this is just
Yep.
things that we're going to cover today. Things that you may think about when you're doing your live YouTube auctions. The next one is pre-show. Getting your items ready for your show with things like details, measurements, etc. I notice a lot of people, and when I'm watching different shows, always have to measure while they're live, which I understand some of them are just automatically last minute kind of things. But I know for me, even if I'm using a scratch piece of paper to write things on, and I use these little note tabs just to recycle, I'll write measurements on it. Every now and then, something does get to where I forget because I'm in a rush putting it on a spreadsheet, putting it on a sheet of paper or a piece of paper that I'm using for that item. And then I write down the measurements, whether it's the length, the width, the height, whatever you need. I think it's very important. And your opinions on that one, Mark?
If I'm working by myself, absolutely. Like if Jen and I on Wednesdays or the hump day auction, I will actually have it already on the spreadsheet. So when I copy and paste, it's already on the, with Michael, no. And I'm not picking on him.
Right.
He he likes to measure them out.
Ellen says, I have a little tray next to my chair with pen, Sharpies, tape measure, loops. Yeah, and that's part of being ready when you go live. And a lot of times, if I don't have it written in my description that I'm going to cut and paste into the chat because I use a Word document for that, I use a spreadsheet for the dollars and the month numbers and things like that. But when it comes to actual spreadsheet for things I put in the chat, it's always with a Word document. That way I can just copy paste it and put it in the chat, so I know what item I'm bringing up because I'm given numbers. And that's what helps me when I do my invoices because then you'll see that same number on the invoice of the item that I showed during the show. Remember one thing though, whatever we may do doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do it, but we're
No.
just trying to give you ideas on how to have a smooth show without having to get interrupted by other things that you're not ready for. And that's what we're going to talk about with this particular show today.
And
Um,
I'm going to add something here.
Go
One
ahead.
thing that I started probably, I don't know, it's been 2 or 3 months. I don't do selling quite yet, but these
I
are
love that
pretty
word
quick.
yet. You said
Oh,
the right
good.
word.
Yep. Um,
I
when
love it.
I so when I on my Excel spreadsheet, I've got everything numbered, and what you'll find on the invoice is the date and the number. That is just, it's made it a whole lot easier for people to check their invoices, what date they purchased it.
All right. I'm going, and this is just my, because I just got finished doing invoices from this past week's items. And one of the things I do is every month, I will put a Word document for that month of all the different sales I'm on for the month. And I'll always make sure the top, and I'll show this in a few minutes, but we're going to go through the rest of the topics for today for that reason before we get started. More you planning? Okay, so talking to Triple R. Another thing is know your items. There's so many people that I see that don't even know what they have. Now, again, research is can be a great friend.
Hmm.
But if you don't know what your item is, you may be potentially losing. And I know some people just like to get rid of products, but this can determine if you should bring it to an online auction for YouTube or list it on a platform. Because if you don't do your research, you won't know what that is. So it's a perfect thing for you to learn by researching what you have. Your thoughts on that one, Mark?
It's true. So true. You do need to know. And I am just as guilty as everybody else, um, especially when it comes to jewelry. Um, yes, I've picked it up over the past several years where I can, but Michael's, I'm not going to call him an expert because we're all not experts.
Right.
Um, I saved the hard questions for Michael there.
Yeah. So Triple R, what is your podcast channel? Uh the next and final thing that we're going to talk about, and again, and we want your opinions, we want your thoughts in the chat. Another item that I have on the list for us to talk about is get your items on either a spreadsheet. Mark does spreadsheets when it comes to his items. I do a Word document for my items because that way I have everything in a list. Because for me, I won't show anything more than 3 times in a month or 2 months, more than 3 months. But if something doesn't sell, I then copy and paste it and put it on a Word document when I'm bringing it to my antique booth if it doesn't sell, or if I'm listing it somewhere else. Then I turn it red. That lets me know it didn't sell through the auctions, but I did list it somewhere else or I took it off. So what I'm going to do is there is Buy It All podcast. Check it out.
Hmm.
I love watching podcasts. Well, a lot of times I just have it playing in the background when I'm working sometimes too, if I'm not listening to my Christian music, because I do that as well a lot. Oh, I'm not following you, but guess what? I like that. Gotcha. Look like you do it with 2 other people. So I'm going to check it out. So anyway, I'm gonna go old school. That's what it with old school flipper. Yep, I thought he looked familiar in that thumbnail. I thought, yep, I got it. All right, let me go and share my screen, and I'm going to show you a little bit about what I do. And this is every month. I do change it out, and I'm not going to use volume, so we don't have to worry about muting, Mark. Let's see. Here's mine. All right. For example, I'm going to make this larger so you can see it. what I do is I start with the show I'm going to be on, the date, and then I put all my information I'm going to copy and paste in the chat. Like this is all the different types of invoices I can use other than PayPal and my jot form. And then I put right here, this is the reason I put this sold on the title of the show, the date of the show, because this is what I use in the description on all. When I do my invoices, that'll go into the description portion of each item sold. And then I automatically just copy and paste this and put this in the special notes at the bottom. But for example, when things sell, I highlight it in green once I put it on the invoice. That lets me know it's sold. And then, of course, whatever price it's sold on. But say, for example, I take this item right here and I'm going to take this off and I'm going to put it somewhere else, whether it may be in a jewelry lot or if I take and put it in a listing somewhere or list it or bring it to the antique booth, I will then highlight it. And then what I do is I take that and turn it red. That lets me know it did not sell through that auction, but I either used it somewhere else, copied it and cut it and put it somewhere else. Because if I'm using it on another auction, I'll cut it. But if I'm not in that lets me know where it's at. I sold it or I took it off and put it somewhere else on another platform or in my antique booth. So then I'm done. And then, of course, I always make sure to save it when I'm done. And then each item has a number. In my case, I always use JK and whatever number I'm using. A lot of times, if it's buy nows, it'll be a shorter number. And then, of course, I just highlight, and this is what I put in a description in the items for what's sold on an invoice. That way, what you see in the chat, because if I was going to copy this and cut and paste it, I would copy it, put it in the chat, and then I'd take and once that's sold, I would copy it and put it in the invoice. That's what makes it easy for me, and it makes it a lot easier when doing invoices. I find for me, that's what works best for me. But I do know that Mark does spreadsheets. So whatever is best for you is what you should do. Whatever makes it easy for you to do both your invoicing and your items that you're showing on your show. Mark, how do you do your spreadsheet ones?
Oh, hold on.
Okay, let me close that.
Let me.
And this way here, if you in any auction and you have a question of, well, I didn't buy this, you will see in your description that is listed in the description of where you purchased it at in the show and the date. I do that even if you do multiples and I have you with a continuing invoice, then that show that you have on another show, like if I'm on the 11th with Mark and the Janides, I'll put that show in the description of that item you bought. And that's how I do it. It works for me.
I am going to need a minute because.
No, you don't have to bring it up if you don't want to. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't mind bringing it up. It's just that I have not copy and pasted what.
I just subscribed to it, Jennifer, so it should be closer. Oh, they are 202 now. Jennifer, they're 202. Thank you. That's right. Got it to 202, y'all. Thank y'all.
That was one of the things that
written down, but I do know how many
I should have done this morning, and
yeah, and I do that a lot. JK, just kidding, right? Yeah, whatever you want it to be. It's actually my first and last name initial. Duh. Randy, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, that's my initials. Just two of them, anyway. That comes to your mind. Exactly. Well, thank you, Ann. I haven't seen Jimmy in a while. Yep, y'all at 202 now. Y'all go check and see if you're subscribed. Make sure you follow.
Oh, come on. There we go.
And again, you do what's best for you, however you can keep track of your sales and or your items. Let me get this off right now.
All right, well.
There we go. I just want to make sure we don't have a dead screen. I'm a notebook kind of, and again, if you use notebooks, that's fine. But what I do that for is so it's easier for me to copy and paste not only in the chat, but it's also the same thing I'm putting on their invoice, which helps me.
All right. I can share my screen window. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, here it is. Share. So.
Can you make that larger at the bottom somewhere? The little plus sign all the way to the bottom right. There you go. That's good. Just to get an
So,
idea.
so this is how I do mine. And when it sells, the customer's name, and then we scratch this out and put in whatever, and then I will change it uh, to whatever it's sold for. And I've got up to what, 77, and I may use this same spreadsheet for about 3 weeks. I just fill in the holes.
Right. Yeah, and what's good about a spreadsheet, you can put anything on your columns.
Yeah, and you can move the columns around if you need to,
Correct. You can enlarge them or shrink.
or make them wider. So,
Raina says, Mark, you just need a second column for the price sold so you can see the profits.
I know where that's at.
That would be a good idea, Craig. I would love to see that. I do remember that. I do watch that when they're on. I think that's with what's his name? I haven't seen him in a while. I would like to know about that one, Craig. I am trying to get better about posting in chats. I know some listing only watch. Yeah, again, it's not easy for everybody to always be in it because a lot of times they're working and lurking at the same time. Yeah, I do remember. Denise, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you.
Denise, hi, hon.
Oh, okay. Then I don't. Yeah, I didn't see any notification today. You can use Google Pages for free. Yes, that's true. Eric, that's who it was. Yep, Eric. I haven't seen him in a while. Other than that, he does that show a lot. You can even get in compute it to the profile automatically. Yep. Leroy. Yep. I haven't seen Leroy in a while either. I have part of it working, trying to get the PayPal invoicing creation working. Oh, okay. I'd be interested in that, especially if it does all that on choosing one. That's what I thought because I remember watching them a lot, but I haven't lately because I got so much going on myself. So, with our topic today for the continuation of organizing, what are some of the things that you do to help you with your auctions? If you do online auctions, what do you use to keep track of your items, your sold items, your invoicing, and your product that you're bringing to your auctions? Out of curiosity.
Randy,
Yeah,
I just learned, I mean, literally in the past, well, I'm going to say 4 years, I just learned Excel spreadsheet.
oh, I love Excel spreadsheets.
I I had
Well,
no clue.
actually, you did pretty good too when we were doing bingo, and that's what we use an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but considering that Lorna is the one that taught me the gist of it,
Uh huh.
I mean, I feel comfortable with it now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that I don't
Just
know.
remember, anything you think you might mess up, there's always that arrow back to correct what you
Yep.
might have done. Always. Don't save it until you hit that arrow back. That's what I do. I love Excel. I've been using it. I even took an extra course in college just to get all the. There's so many different things you can do with Excel, and
And
there's
I
so many
don't
different
I
things
don't
you can.
use
I
a
love it,
quarter of what.
especially when you're doing like the sum of, or you're trying to take each column and add it to a different column. It can be fun, but it's a lot of work setting it up.
I still
Um,
speaking of, I have a post-it note that says save, just so I know how to.
I took Lotus 1, 2, 3 in college. Okay. Yeah. Once you get into the habit of it, it is so much better than not having any type of because believe it or not, I even use Excel for my monthly, quarterly, and yearly sales by just adding the numbers, and then it gives me the total for the quarter. It gives me a total for the month. I can get all those within me just inputting the information every month. That way, at the end of the year, I even have a grand total on a spreadsheet where that's what I give to the tax when I turn to do my taxes. Very easy. She loves it. And it
Oh,
works best for me
Linda,
too.
yeah, Linda loves me because for the most part, I have everything that she asks.
Yeah, it can be handy for you for a lot of things, especially when it comes to the taxes in your inventory. Especially with like what your cost of goods are and things like that. You want to keep track of that to see if you're actually making profit. Question on inventory sheets: are you just supposed to have the stuff you are actually listed on that, like everything you buy to list? I only put it on me. I only put it on the list when I'm processing it and putting it in for that auction for that particular auction.
Yep,
I only do that unless I'm bringing it to online YouTube auctions. Now, if I'm bringing it to say my antique booths, then I put that on a separate Excel spreadsheet, which is
yep,
for each location of the booths that I have at two different antique places, the co-op and the antique place. So what I do is I put those in those, and I even put the name of it, when I listed it, when I put it in the booth, if it sold, when did it sell, and how much I sold it for. And then I already have what my cost is on that spreadsheet. But when it comes to auctions, I just put it on there, copy, paste, and put it in there. And when it sells, I turn it green. If I take it off and put it somewhere else, then I turn it red. That's how I do it. I don't put it just because I only do it when I'm doing for that auction, for that. And that's what I use it for invoices as well. Mark, what about you for that question from
yeah.
Jennifer?
Jennifer, I have, is it 3 or 4 Excel spreadsheets? One for Poshmark, um, one for the antique booth, and then what I'm bringing for YouTube sales.
And
I've got
Denise
others.
has got a good
Well,
one too.
um,
I have similar issues in publishing. Keep track of every book. Yeah, and that's the best way to keep track of it.
yep,
Let's see. Inventory is technical for everything you have. And again, it's what you're bringing at that time. Now, Ms. Denise says she has a spreadsheet for her eBay and her YouTube separate. And that's, you can also, by the way, even if you were to have one file, remember, you can have tabs, which I do for when I do my monthly sales. I have a different tab for everything to where it's in one file. You don't have to create files for everything except for in the bottom, there's tabs. You can actually have the tabs with each department or each category or each platform you sell on. That way it's in one complete file, which makes it a lot easier to where you don't have to keep looking for each different file. I love the Excel spreadsheet.
not being a brick and mortar, you have more flexibility. It depends on how you file taxes and what you write off. You may need to complete a complete inventory list in some cases. Consult a licensed tax professional.
Exactly.
Amen.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I use tabs. I love using those tabs at the bottom of spreadsheets on Excel. That way you got one file, you can click each one and enter your information. That's what I do for my taxes. Everybody is different. Every state is different. Every city is different. So you got to make sure you check with your municipality in your area to see what they
Mhm.
require.
Good morning,
Hello,
Robin.
hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? So, what are some of the things y'all do to keep track of your items? Whether you're doing it on either a spreadsheet or Word document, or you just use a notebook. And while y'all thinking and entering your information, well, I was confused if I had to have the stuff I bought. No, I my tax lady has me do everything as I am listing it and making it active for sale. But then I also make sure to keep track on my spreadsheets of what my cost is. That way, when I do my taxes, that's when she does all the information where she needs to put it. But again, check with a professional in your area for that reason, because you may have different, like for example, in Florida, it's different than Massachusetts and Louisiana. I know when I lived in Louisiana, it was totally different than up here. So yeah, you got to definitely check with your local municipality for that. What's up, Jimmy? Your ears must have been burning because we were just talking about you and your podcast. How are you doing, sir? Long time no see. Yes, we got you some followers out here this morning. Thank you to triple T. Was it triple T? Yep, triple R.
Triple R.
He came and joined us this morning. So yeah, that was what I do. Yeah, and you only need to do it in most cases. Again, check with your local municipality because they may do something different. But I know here in Massachusetts, I have to keep track of everything that I make, no matter what I bought that's not listed yet. If I list it and make it active, that's when I have to put it on my spreadsheet of what my cost was once it's sold. That's why I keep track of all that. In a brick and mortar, Jennifer, inventory is, yeah, and then a lot of times inventory is different than if you're in a brick and mortar. Definitely. Now you have to have all your what you call that again? Shipping and receiving and all that good stuff. There's a lot more than that because when I had my brick and mortar, when I had a gift shop, it was a gift shop where I had to keep track of everything. Everything. So yeah, it all depends on your state, and you have to check with them and see what they want you to do. Again, everybody's different, but you got to go with what they tell you because it can get you in trouble if you don't. Let me go ahead and drop links in the chat now. It's that time. Don't forget to drop your link to a platform you sell on if you sell on multiple platforms. Drop your links in the chat. Remember, Jennifer's already dropping your link to your channel. So drop your links to items that platforms you sell on, please, at this time. All right, while I do that, I'm going to get some links to drop in the chat. This is Jennifer's YouTube channel. For those that have not checked out and see if you're following her. She's been on us with the, by the way, if you would like to be part of the reseller community shop hop, that's always the last Saturday of each month. Make sure to email me at CajunRootsReseller@gmail.com to be put on it. The next one is December the 27th. That is already open with 10 spaces left. Anybody can be on that one. All right, there was Jennifer's YouTube channel. Here's Jennifer's Etsy store. And also, here's buy her a milkshake for everything she does for everyone. There we go. And then I'm going to drop the link for anybody who would like to come on and join us on the morning show for the topic of the day. Also, remember, the easier it makes it for you to be organized when you're doing anything when it comes to online auctions, your reselling platforms, you want to be ready at all times. You want to be able to make sure you have those items ready. You know what you have. And if you use any type of form of, I know some people use a notebook. I do know that. But it's whatever works best for you.
And I think I started out with a notebook before I even learned Excel, but I am not a fast typist. So it was taking me forever just to type in.
I'm going to show, Ellen, I'm going to give you an example of what I do. I'm going to grab my box right here on my shelf. I'm just going to grab a random box. I hope I don't call myself a liar. Yeah, it's there. For example, the best way to know what you paid for a box, and this is what I do when I haven't had, this shelf that's right next to me is inventory I'm processing. Once I empty it, I fill it back up. For example, here's a box of something I purchased. This is from Two Hip Chicks, Dawn and Mary. Okay. What I do is once I pay my invoice and I receive it, the items received, I make a copy of it. I take it and then I take that and I put it inside that box until I can get a hold to it to process it. Then what I do is I close it up. That's how I know how much I paid for what's in this box. Now, there's 40 to 50 records in this box. So what I'll do is I'll take the total of what I paid for it, divided by how many pieces are in there, and that's what I get for my cost of goods per piece. That way, when I grab this box to go and process it, my invoice is in here. I already know what I paid for it, and I divide it by how many pieces are in this box. If it's a lot, unless it's individual items. But this is just an example for that question you had about because it's been so long. That's what I do when I put it invoice in the box. Once it's paid for and I got it really received, I've balanced to make sure everything is there. And then I put that receipt in this box. Then it goes on the shelf. That way I can process it at my convenience and I ain't got to worry about, oh my God, what did I pay for that? Because whenever I pay for my invoices, they're right here on a clipboard. When it comes in, I pull it. I verify what's in the box with what I bought, and then it goes in that box until I can process it. Because a lot of times we can't process everything every day because we're working by ourselves. That is how I eliminate that problem. Again, that's just me. That's what I do. Not everybody can do the same, but again, it's what I do. It's in my house. Yep, exactly. Mr. J on Jennifer. Let's see. Jennifer. Oh man, poem came out. Mark typing speed up to the more you do.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. You are so efficient. Love it. I'm not sure who she's talking to on that one. I have an inventory list from the beat store. Yeah, and again, that's how you can better keep track of what your cost of goods are. That's what I do. That's just what works for me. Because again, I've been in business for myself since 2003, but I've had different types. I had a restaurant, I had a gift shop, I had my quilting company, my cleaning company. So you learn to adapt, especially spreadsheets, on how you can use that spreadsheet to work for you on that business. Every business is different. For me and my quilting and my crafting, I keep everything separate in that separate spreadsheet as well, because I have my fabric that I buy, whether it's by the yard or if it's by the fat quarters, whatever the case may be. If I buy it in bulk, I'll have my prices for that as well. And I do the same thing with my quilting company. That goes on a separate spreadsheet, by the way. I don't keep it included with the because I keep everything on this little memory stick that has to do with quilting. That way, when I'm done, everything for the quilting company is on this little sewing machine that I use. That way, it's there. I know where it's at. That's what I do. It makes it easy for me. Okay, so when you do jewelry lots, on some are broken or you don't want to list it, do you use those into the average? Yes, because it's a piece that was included in the lot. Because then now, if you don't turn it into, like, say, a jewelry lot, and say there's missing stones, I actually have this cup right now full, and I have under my desk, I have a drawer. Anything that's broken, I leave it in the bag that it came in with the stones, if there's stones in there. Because if I can I have some special jewelry glue for this, that if it's not fixable, then I won't worry about it. I'll put it in a craft lot. But you still want to count each piece from that lot that you purchased for that total that you say you paid $25 for the lot and you have 60 pieces. Well, count each piece, and then when you check each piece out and you look at it, it's like, oh, that one's got a missing stone. I'll put it in my missing stone lot. Because something else may have a stone that's that size or something you can fix and then resell it. But then what I do is I'll put a little note in it saying where I got it from, and I'll put a little small, little bitty, little sticky note letting me know what it was. That's how I keep track of things. But these are the things that I have right here. That way, if I need something with a missing stone, I'll just look and see if I got something that matches it. But that's how I do it. But yes, I would include it in the total you paid for it. And then again, if it's something that's broken and you can't do anything with it and you have it in a craft lot, then you still can resell that. If not, you either redonate it or you're throwing it away or whatever, then that'll be considered damaged under your title of a spreadsheet that I put damaged or returns. It would go in that for you to have tax credits for it. When you itemize, if you itemize. That's what I do. But again, everybody's different. Check with your local municipality on your taxes with a tax professional. And you can write it off as a loss, but also do that as maybe a lot. Especially when it comes with, I'm making bacon and eggs. Ooh. If you really want to know what you actually made, not for the tax purposes, an average works well. Yes, that's true too. Back up those men sticks. I have had them fall.
Fail.
But I'm lost on that one.
Denise, what is a min stick?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Are you talking about the yeah, the flash?
Oh, you talking about the memory sticks? Remember, when you're using these on your computer, you have that little bottom. One of the ways they can fail, I know what you're talking about now. You have to make sure you actually, when it comes time to safely remove it, you got to make sure you safely remove it before you pull it out your computer. Because if that is not happening and you don't save it before you pull it out by saying, I want to safely remove or eject this media, You have to do it that way before you mess up that and it doesn't work anymore. If that's what you're talking about, that's how I do it. There's a little under your taskbar at the bottom. There's a little arrow down, arrowhead where you have to click it. It says safely remove. It looks like a little disc. It actually has a picture that looks just like this in your taskbar. You want
Okay.
to make sure you
Yeah.
safely remove it before you take it out of your computer on your USB drive or your plug. Because if not, the memory sticks you will then have it where it fails. You won't be able to have your items or whatever you have listed. I think that means you put the spreadsheet on. Yes, I put everything on here, save it on the file that I have, and then when I'm done, I'll put eject it. But you want to make sure you do it immediately before you pull it out, because if you don't, then you may lose all your information. Yeah, the backup to the cloud. I don't do a lot of backups to the cloud because you got to remember that is part of your Google account where they're gonna make you start paying storage extra.
Hmm.
Your storage limits, you have to keep adding over and over. That's why I don't save to the cloud. It's bad enough I'm down finally to under 10,000 emails.
I want to know where the cloud is.
Yeah, I don't put things in the cloud because that's part of your Google account. Where if you're full and you're getting to where you're out of memory, it'll make it automatically where you have to either delete something. So what I do is these also can be your little friends. These are the external hard drives that you put your items on. These are what I
Yep.
do a lot, especially what I've been doing on these two, is I have one for each account where I've been cleaning out my clouds, so to say, for Google, and moving them into these to where I save the photos or large files. That way I can clean up the cloud, so I ain't got to keep paying. I don't want to pay extra for storage on Google. So these can be your friends as well. But if you look on the Black Friday, because this is what I use. Oh, for bigger files for the year, I use one of these big my book. And these, you get a lot more memory on it. But with these, you can save it onto here without having to use the cloud. And that's what I do. I have two of these. One is for one is for the backup files for YouTube, and the other one's for back files for my pictures and things like that. But I do use two of these for each different one. But the other one is called, what is this called? Signet. And this one I just showed you is called My Book. This is the bigger of the two. And then I have this one that's called My Gear, which is not as thick, but it doesn't hold as much memory as the bigger one. But I do use two different ones. One's for my files for my taxes. Once I'm done, I transfer them into this. And the other one's like my YouTube and stuff like that. Like when I upload videos and stuff, I always save them, but I move it into that when the year is up. And I do that every year. Those can be your friends. That can save you room on your computer and on your cloud. They still fail. I haven't. It has happened. But what I do is I make sure whenever I do that, I make sure to eject it out of the computer first by making sure to remove it safely. I've never had a problem as long as you do it that way. I've had messed up a hard drive before when I learned the hard way that I lost everything, and that's how I learned how I lost it. But you do what you got to do for yourself. I just don't. I prefer not to use the cloud.
Good morning, Norma Jane.
Al, hello, good morning, and welcome. And again, you do whatever's best for you. I just don't. My other laptop came with a 1 gigabyte.
Hi, Renee.
But it's always good to have an external hard drive. Yep. I wonder if YouTube will ever run auto storage. I don't know. That's a good question. No worries, Jennifer. They are building on many more. Yeah, right. Here are screenshots of what I have so far for the app. Huh? Oh,
He dropped
I see
a
it.
link
I
to.
see it after. Yeah, I see it. Okay. I'll have it open for the next one. Oh, it says not secure. It's not opening. It's not allowing us to open it. It might be something's not completely on the link. Because when I click on it, it says, oh, never mind. It came up. I had to click it again. All right. I'll look it up. I'll look at it. Norma Jane, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? I don't know how to use all that stuff. Jennifer, you just plug it into your computer and you download files and move files to that. That is very easy. Yeah. I'll have to look at it after the show. Renee, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. I just learned something new about Florida today. I was looking up some information. As you know, I love researching. Come to find out, it is illegal to video other people without their consent in the state of Florida. I didn't know that. But potential functional, Jennifer, one of
Partially functional.
yeah. Okay. Well, again, I'll look on it. I'll look it up after the show. Yeah. But yeah, that's all you gotta do is move those items to when you put it into your computer in the USB drive in the portal, it'll open up that file and you just move things to that. And the same thing you would do save files. I just transfer everything after the end of the year. Yeah, I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I just found that out this morning. It was something I was watching where they was talking about it's illegal to film others without consent in Florida. Like, and you know when you're outsourcing, I try not to show other people's face when I'm videoing, so I have it more. My GoPro's more in an angle to where you don't see their faces.
Yep.
That's what I just in case.
Yep.
Just
Me too.
Computer too.
Unless it's Michael's face.
For your computer, that's perfect. But what I do is I use these little things called the scan disk. This is what it is. It's called scan disk. With this one, you basically transfer your files from your phone to this, and then it has the other side, the USB, where you plug it into your computer and download it from your phone. I actually have two of these. This is the first one I ever had that I use. It's just a smaller one. But I also have this one that is for the older phone that I have. It's got a different plug, the little smaller one, the original one. And then I bought this one when the C plugs. So I have one of each, and these are for your phone. I use these transferred from my phone and put it into my files on my hard drive. They work wonderful. But that's what these are for. Let's see, just for phone for now. Oh, that's just for your phone for now. Okay, that's for the app. All right, in Maine, you can record anyone on videotapes without consent. Yep, exactly. Yeah, just when I went to open it the first time, it said secured. I couldn't open it, but then when I did it again, it opened. Okay, no cell phones for that one yet. Wait. So this app is only for your phone?
For now.
She said, okay, no phone. I'll wait. So that I got one. Yeah, and that's what's good for your phones. And you can get the different ones for your. Like I have an older phone that has that old plug. That's why I use that other one. But this one I just transfer from my phone to my computer. And with that, I use one of these. It's your traditional plug. I just plug this into the computer and download it from my phone this way. But I always put everything on a hard drive, always. And then at the end of the year, I transfer everything to the bigger hard drive. Especially when I'm using certain files for the year. And I label, all my files get labeled the month that I'm using those particular items. Like when I do the videos, I'll even put them in categories, and then that's in a file by itself. That way, at the end of the year, I just take all that from my computer on the hard drive on the computer and put it to an external hard drive. That is how I move my files around for the year. Honestly, sorry, I have been on here lately. I have not done much.
Well, Renee, you don't have to be sorry.
Nope. Just welcome back. Hope you're doing well. There's what not show this. Oh, he's doing it on Saturday? I thought he usually does it on Sunday. It's not published yet, but the app.
Hey, Steph.
I'll still try to add the ability to connect the paper. Okay. I understand that. So yeah, and that's just things that I do. Again, remembering that it may not be good for everybody, but it's whatever's best for you. That's okay, Jennifer. I was just questioning to make sure I didn't miss something. Well, Steph, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. So these are just some of the devices that I've picked up throughout the year that help me not only move my files, but also with like spreadsheets and Word documents. So if there's anything that you do and you come back and rewatch this video and you see any questions, ask us in the chat. Don't forget to ask us in the comment section. But also don't forget to make your comments, because every comment you make, where it has something to do with what we talked about in any of the live shows or uploaded videos or short videos, gets you an entry into the comment video giveaway of moon pies at the first Monday of each month. So the surgeries, the trail my attention. Well, I'm so sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you're doing better. And sorry to hear that. Finally waking up. The eBay store, awesome. Yeah, there's so many things you got to do it's just a daily thing. You just got to get into a routine. So again, Mark, what are your final thoughts for today's topic?
Organization. You can do it.
That's right.
Whether it is learning the Excel spreadsheet. If you've got somebody that can just show you the basic, get in there and play with it. Worst can happen is there's a little back button
Yep.
or a little, if you feel like you screwed something up, you can hit that and go back to where you were. Don't be scared of it.
Well, congratulations. Steph says goal crossed our goal last night. Awesome.
Oh, cool.
Doing much better. Just wanted to let you know. Well, I understand, Renee. It's always great to see you. It's always great to hear you having a chance of getting better for your health, no matter what it takes. That's one thing about YouTube. Your health is more important than daily use on YouTube.
Yep.
I understand that. You have to take care of yourself first. That's right. Make it simple. That's right.
Yep.
Yep. Because the only way you're going to learn about any spreadsheets in Excel or Word documents is by playing around with it, experimenting, and trying. Because something's going to happen where, oh my God, that arrow back. Just arrow back. I've learned a lot lately. You're welcome, Renee. It's always great to see you. Live without YouTube. Well, again, what I'm saying is more people always like doing live shows and stuff like that, but your health is more important. YouTube is always going to be there. But if your health is needing attention, take care of your health first, is what I'm saying. I know some people can't look. I have no fear of missing out on YouTube. Trust me. When I unplug, I unplug. You have to do that sometimes. You have
Practicing on Excel is the best way to learn it.
That
Yes.
is so true. Yep. I've learned a lot by what I want on a spreadsheet by just playing around with it. Is this what I want? Nope, I don't like that. Let me arrow back. So definitely, my word for the day is, again, no matter what we talk about when it comes to being organized, YouTube, online auctions, selling on different platforms, you have to take time for yourself and your health. It's more important than the fear of missing out on YouTube. Because if you can't get your health in order, you're not going to be good for us on YouTube to support us. We don't want that. We want you there. We want you to be here and help and support everybody. That's how I learn numbers. And yeah, exactly. You have to be ready to learn and open your mind to more possibilities, whether it's Craig's new program or whatever, spreadsheets, learning how to do invoices. It's a challenge, but it's worth the rewards at the end. Is there a particular thing you don't know how to use to do on Excel spreadsheets? Just do a YouTube.
That's true.
Yeah, about that. I actually still have my books from college when I took up the Excel, Word documents and stuff like that whole program thing. So yeah, I use it sometimes to refer to it, especially when doing with the formulas. I had a problem with that for a while, but I'm good at that now. So yeah, Jennifer, we do know you are modding from the hospital. We know you're dedicated, girl. But your health is more important. But again, everybody, thank y'all so much. Remember, we do this every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Don't forget, today at 12:30, we do have our rapid fire round showcasing our members of the channel. You do not have to be a member to be in the chat. You do not have to be a member to purchase. Only be a member. You can only be a member to be on the panel. Also, don't forget, on December the 30th, I do have one spot left, and that is December 30th at 3:15. If you are a member of the channel and you would like to be on that rapid fire round, email me and let me know, because I do have that one spot left. Also, on December 27th, there's our reseller community shop hop. I just opened it up, and we have 10 slots left, a total of 12 for that show. Let me know if you'd like to be part of that by emailing me at CajunRootsReseller@gmail.com. And Mark, what do you got going on this week?
Michael and Denise will be on Wednesday at 9 Eastern, and that is PM. Other than that, Janice is out cruising the ocean, and yeah.
Yeah, Jennifer, I only have one spot left, and that's at 3:15 for members. But on December 27th, I already opened it up for the shop hop, reseller community shop hop.
And then Sunday, we've got Denise's Magical Emporium as our guest.
Also, if you purchased and you're waiting for your invoices, all invoices went out this morning. I finished this morning with packing them and getting them shipping for the shipping price on the invoices, and it all went out this morning. So those are all done. Also, I'll be in looking forward to December. We're going back to Hawaii again. So looking forward to that. Waiting for December already. Yep. On vacation, so Mark is. That's right.
I'm slacking. Yep.
That's right. Don't forget, Jennifer has dropped the link, by the way, in the chat several times. Mark has to make sure to promote it. So as I say before I end each and every show, if anybody would like to come on after this show is over, you're more than welcome to join us. That link is at the top of the chat. So as I say before I end each and every show, love always. Love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day. And until we meet again, later. Peace out. And y'all come back now. You hear?
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man. See the special man.